Okay, we're in round one. We have the choice. We're going to play first. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep this because we get to Vampiric Tutor into Bitter Blossom and have a turn 2 Bitter Blossom, which is nice. So I'm going to keep it. We're going to see how well Bitter Blossom plays in this format. So I think I am going to open with the Urborg just so I don't have to pay any life. Or pay any more life than I have to, I should say. I still have to pay life to Vampiric Tutor and the Bitter Blossom. So there is some life that will be paid here, but we're going to see if Bitter Blossom plays well for us. Okay, so I could kill his creature with Shriekmaw, but I think getting the Bitter Blossom online ASAP, the turn 2 Bitter Blossom is the only spot, in my opinion, where it really shines. So let us just get our Bitter Blossom online. So we'll see if it's a blue-green ramp deck. It's usually the most common one. Could also just be a green stompy deck. Burning Tree. All right. Interesting. Usually I don't expect to see Burning Tree next to ramp elves all that often, so I'm curious. Scavenging Ooze. Okay. So playing a Beats deck, he's got 2 cards left in hand, which makes me feel kind of good. I can just Shriekmaw at will. Maybe take care of the Ooze. Fact or Fiction. All right. Well, I think there's a pretty good chance we're just Shriekmawing. I could pay the 2 life, but kind of out of the life paying business at this point. Much more interested in the Shriekmaw to take care of the Ooze plan, and then block the Emissary with the Rogue. Still need some lands. I can also, I guess, repeal. I could pay 2 life, go to 15, repeal a 2-drop. I could just repeal a 1-drop and draw a card. I think we're just going to Shriekmaw for now. Because he's only got a couple cards left in hand, and we just basically need to stall out to the best of our ability here. So let's just take care of the Ooze. I mean, I could take care of the Elves for the ramp, but I kind of want to minimize his dudes right now. So let's just take care of some guys. I could also just take 2 from this Emissary. That way I'll have another Rogue next turn. Maybe to block it if need be. But I am losing life every turn, so not blocking is kind of dangerous. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I get natural ordered here. Probably Proj. little Progenitus. This looks like the deck I played. Oh, Woodfall Primus. All right, still pretty badass for him. Pretty bad for us. All right. Well, to be honest, I think I'm actually happier with him taking out Bitter Blossom than him taking out a land. So, too expensive. So I guess I have to repeal now. And the reason I'm repealing now is I need a land drop really bad. So unless I can get a land, we're going to be in some trouble. Ooh, that kind of sucks. All right, well, got to swing with Rogue since this has trample. Okay. So I need to find some removal for this Woodfall Primus, but problem is it's got Persist. It's going to be tough to take care of it. I don't think I have any exile effects either that I can think of. So taking a lot of damage here. All right, there's a land, so I think I have to factor Fiction. Yeah, so which means I can't do the Signet. Alternatively what? I could play the Signet and hope to draw a land next turn for Grave Titan, but then I have to do a bad trade with Woodfall Primus. I think our best shot is Factor Fiction. So I'm going to take a beat for 9. So it just looks like a mono green Stompy deck, but it did its job. It Stompied us pretty fast. I think this is a match where I'm going to swap Caracas for Mishra's Factory, so I can block his little beaters. Okay. I think Old Man in the Sea is actually great in this match. I haven't seen a creature yet besides the Primus that I can't steal with him. All right. So we'll take it. I don't want to cast the fact until the end of his turn since he's going to get to see the cards and it might change his. All right. So I guess we fact now. See if we can't find something that helps us here. Bone Shredder. Venser can bounce Primus. think we're probably in Venser territory. Then I basically have to, well, no, I guess it still works. Why would he give me these two? This is kind of how I would hope he arranged it, to be honest. Why doesn't he want me to have Jason Bone Shredder? What? Oh, okay. Now that makes a little more sense. You definitely don't want Caracas with Venser if you're my opponent. But I kind of like having Bone Shredder in that. We're going to choose pile 2. We kind of actually just need the Venser. Because if we don't have Venser, then we just don't live. So let me think about this. If I play a land and I can play a Signet and then I still have 4, yes. So let's do Signet. We have to leave back Fairy Rogue. We have to play Venser to bounce Woodfall Primus. And then he has to basically not get to 8 mana, I think. And I have to block with my Venser as well. Oh, I hate playing against my opponents that have Ancestral. So good. So the plan is Venser, try and survive this turn. We're going to bounce the Primus because we have to. And then my turn, Grave Titan, probably. Just to get him out there. All right. Should be okay. I kind of like how this works. We're going to go to 1 life, but it is going to work. So play the Venser. Oh, I see. This always gets weird. So my opponent had problems with this before. So pay the 1. Now we have 2. So now I click Venser. Now I pay 2 more. We play Venser. We bounce Woodfall Primus. Bounce. We block Rogue on Cobra. And I think I'm just going to take the 2 and go to 1, but maybe that's too dangerous? I don't actually know. Could just go damage prevention mode. But I kind of like having Venser. And being at... Do I like being at 1? Not really. I'm trying to think if this is going to punish us. It could. Let's just protect ourselves. We're at 3 life. I'll chump. I mean, the fact that we're still alive is amazing enough. I'm going to play this Grave Titan, though, and get some nice board presence going. Okay. Oracle on top. Still 3 resources from being able to replay Woodfall Primus. That's good news. Ooh, Shackles as well. That's cool. All right, let's play a land, play a Titan. I guess I'm not... I kind of want to... The reason that I'm doing this is I want him to... You don't want to just leave a Signet up, because then it is very... It just basically telegraphs that you don't have anything. So I want to leave this up. Fake like I have Force Spike, something like that. We also could have Maloku, which should be good. Next turn, start spitting out some more tokens. Uh-oh, Crater Hoof Behemoth, jeez. I may have to Bone Shredder his ramp. Actually, I might just Shackles it. Troll Ascetic. All right, it's not a huge deal. Kind of want to just steal his Courser. Seems like it's good value for us. He can't regen currently either. Yeah, it seems right, because then I can attack with my zombies as well. All right, so plan is, I was going to do Maloku, but I think we're just going to do Shackles, steal Courser. See if we have a land on top. Do have a land. All right, let's Shackles. Once again, let's use the Signet right away. Shackles. These two and this guy. Take that. See what we got on top. Metamorph. All right, interesting. Let's play a land. Gain the life, which is pretty important right now. Pretty important right now. All right, do I want to Bone Shredder his Findorn Elves? You know, I don't know the answer to that. Keep him off mana. It seems right. But I'm going to wait a turn. I might want this Bone Shredder for something else. I have 3 blockers to his 2 creatures currently. It seems safe. I can take a hit from either of them. Not both. He can't play Crater Hoof Behemoth currently. Just drops a Black Lotus. And then I'm going to regret not killing the Findorn Elves. So if he has Black Lotus in hand, then it's a regret. Might have just been the right move to drop the Bone Shredder. Why'd he use it twice? It didn't do anything different. Oh, okay. He wanted something else on top. Ah, Mazaveth. Okay. So he's gonna remove the Grave Titan, but it's actually not that bad. We still get 2 zombies. So if I can kill the Findhorn Elves, then he still has to block and regen, but then he only takes 8. Okay. I might just want the Maloku then. No, I don't want to untap Shackles. Take our Metamorph. Old Man and Sea on top. It's kind of nice. Let's see here. Let's just get in with everything, I think, because I'm going to get 2 more zombies. I'm going to play Maloku, and I'm just going to leave up some. I'm going to leave up some mana for getting some illusions. I guess I could just metamorph my Titan. Maybe that's the best move. I think I'll just, you know what? I'm going to Metamorph Titan plus Bone Shredder his elves. We're going to keep him off. We're going to try and resource starve him a little bit. Just in case there was something that got him to the point. Yes, I'm giving him some information, but I think that's okay. So let's play the Metamorph for 4. Get 2 more dudes. Play a Bone Shredder. Kill the elves. And pass. All right. So I got game 1. Playing against Green Beats. He's got good ramp. He's got an ascetic, which I can't do anything to. Do I want the Snapcaster now? Basically just for Disfigure, which deals with a lot of stuff in his deck. I still think Bitter Blossom's okay. I mean, he does have Primus for it, but he's got some fatties I'd like to animate, but he didn't really have anything too crazy. The Abyss is not good against Woodfall Primus, but certainly good against all his other stuff. Old Man C seems very good. Theomancer seems very good. You know, honestly, Brain Maggot seems good. He doesn't have any removal, so Brain Maggot would be like a 2-mana way to take care of anything in his hand. I think that's actually good. I kind of like the Metamorphin Image. Copying his Courser of Crufix seems very good. Another reason why Brain Maggot's good in this match, he's playing ramp creatures, so him having a bunch of ramp creatures and then we just take the one fatty, that's tough. I think I want Brain Maggot. So what do I cut? What's the weakest? Archmage seems like it's not relevant in this match. Did we see any non-creature spells? Actually, oh, Natural Order. Natural Order is the one we saw. Is it worth keeping Glenolindrian just for Natural Order? You know, honestly, I don't think it is. We still have Cryptic to deal with it. We still have Force Spike. He just seems like a beatdown deck, so I don't know if I want this Archmage. It also lets us lower our curve a little bit, which I like. Masker Worm would... Oh, man. Masker Worm would annihilate him. Can I make that work, though? I don't know. Maybe I do it instead of the Moloku. Do the Masker Worm plan instead. Only have 7 sources of black, though, so it's close to half of my... Unless I have the Urborg out, it's close to half of my black resources. That is so good in this match, though. I feel like that killed almost everything we saw out of him, minus the fatties. Jeez, I don't know. That's tough. I like having the Moloku, too, though. All right, I got to submit it. I ran out of time. Couldn't decide. All right, so we've got 2 blue sources, some black spells. Seems a bit dangerous. We do have Jace. We're on the draw. If we find a black source, we're really good. I'm going to try it. If we don't find a black source, we're in trouble. But if we do find a black source, we're in really good shape. All right. Black source, and we're in business. All right. Courser. I'd like to kill the Courser. I guess Ooze gets bigger then. We haven't seen a green source out of, or a blue source rather, out of our opponent. But we've seen Ancestral and a couple blue spells. So it's pretty light splash. Let's see if we can't find, there we go. All right. So choices now. We can Disfigure. We can Bone Shredder. Bone Shredder seems like it's the best because I can chump block the Courser, or, well, I kind of want to Bone Shredder the Ooze. I kind of want to Bone Shredder the Courser, but then he can make the Ooze big, but then I can just Shriek Maw. And next turn we have Jace. Yeah, let's just Bone Shredder. I'm actually going to Bone Shredder the Courser. Now, the reason being, I kind of want him to use his resources to use the Ooze, because I can take care of the Ooze with Jace Bounce or Shriek Maw or something like that. So I actually just don't mind him having a bigger Ooze. And I can easily chump block Ooze now, too, which is no problem, since I'm not going to pay the Echo. All right. So there is his blue source for Looter. Looter Ilcore. If he plays Looter Ilcore, I just get to Disfigure Ooze, though, which is nice. Nope, he exiles. Okay. I'm all right with this. We're just going to jam a Jace and bounce his Ooze. Easy chump block. It looks like both of us are playing pretty fair decks. His is actually more unfair than mine only because of the natural order. But, I mean, relatively speaking, for Holiday Cube, it seems like both of us are playing pretty fair decks. We're going to get Jace out for sure here. And bounce Mr. Scavenging Ooze. So now I'm in a position where I can Brainstorm, then Disfigure or Venser. Basically, I've got some good options. And Brain Maggot still seems very good since I can take something relevant from him. If he plays Looter to get the Shadow, I can just Disfigure that. I'd almost rather Disfigure that. Can start Fate Sealing him at some point to make Jace go into cheat mode. But I think I'm still in the... I need to Brainstorm because I have to find land. So I probably put Maloku back on top of my deck. Jeet, huh? Jeete. Jeete is not a huge deal. I can just disfigure this Ooze at will. I almost would rather Venser bounce it, but yeah, that might actually be correct because I feel like he's pretty motivated to equip. But now that he's tapped out, ooh, Demonic Tutor. All right, let's Brainstorm real quick here. All right, so we're putting Maloku and Jace on top of my library. Let's play a land. Let's hardcast Shriek Maw here. Now this is actually just good because it's going to take care of his ooze, so he has no equipped target. And I can still disfigure the Looter Ilcore if that's his best play. Or Venser bounce something if I have to. But I kind of like getting the dude on board with evasion so I can start a little bit of a clock on him. If I can get one more land, I can Brain Maggot plus Venser, which is also quite good. There's the Looter. Is he just going to equip? I can disfigure that. Yep, okay. I almost want to disfigure it first. Now, you might think it'd be better to Jace first, but if he were to have something to protect his looter from this disfigure, I want to be able to bounce the looter if I have to. So let's disfigure first. Just take care of the threat. Okay. So let's get in for 3. Brainstorm, or I can start Fate Sealing as well. I want to hit my land drop though, so we're going to Brainstorm again. Well, I can't hit it this time. All right. Let's put Maloku back on top. Let's put Jace on top. So I can leave up Venser. I can also play Old Man of the Sea, which seems really good, actually. I'm going to play the Old Man. Although, might just want to leave up the counter spell, I guess. All right. Let's just pass. I'm going to Venser bounce if I have to. Or Venser counterspell. Another sick thing I could do is Venser bounce my own Shriekmaw to replay it and kill whatever he plays here. That might be better too. So Oracle, kind of wish I'd play the Old Man now. So I probably just Venser bounce. Or Venser return it to his hand, I think. The reason being, I can play Old Man on my turn, and then he's not even motivated to jam the Oracle anymore. Could memory lapse. I mean, he's in blue. He could have counter spells. But I'm just going to return that to his hand. So he can't replay it. No follow-up plays, which is nice. So now we Jace Brainstorm. Could have actually used the tutor for a shuffle effect, but that's all right. Do this guy and that, and we get to do Bitter Blossom plus Old Man of the Sea for some very nice value. Actually, I can just Brain Maggot him instead of Bitter Blossom. I actually like that more. So we're going to Brain Maggot, see what we have to take care of, if anything. Just have to take a fatty. All right. So he's currently 2 resources from being able to play Woodfall Primus. That was the only relevant natural order target that we saw, but he might have more. He certainly doesn't have the resources to do Oracle plus natural order. I could just, well, robbing of natural order takes away the chance that he draws a cheap creature and then natural order. So the fact that I have Cryptic in my hand too, yeah. Let's take the natural order, and then we play Old Man of the Sea, and then he can't even play the Oracle of Moldiah. And I already used my Jace, so we are good to go. Can't really play the Oracle. He's doing something at end of combat step. Maybe he thinks it's his main phase? So I can easily start Fate Sealing now. Now I don't even need the land drops. Now that I know what his hand is, I think Fate Seal just got a lot better. Since we just keep him off lands or keep him off, keep him off whatever we want. Whatever is convenient for us. Plus we get to leave up Cryptic, which is very good. All right, Gen Wave for 3. Gets a Rancor and a Troll Aesthetic. That's actually pretty good Gen Wave. So he has a 5/2 Trampler. But we can Cryptic at will. And wait a second. He didn't cast them. I think he screwed up. Wait a second. You may put any number. Oh, he just screwed up. He forgot to click him and put him into play. But what was going to be my next turn, I would have drawn Maloku, of course. So then I would have brainstormed 1, 2, 3. Still didn't find a land, so I guess I would have put Maloku and Jace back on top. Cryptic would have allowed me to... I guess during his... I could attack with Venser, Shriekmaw, Old Man into his Troll Aesthetic because he can't regen it. And then on his turn, maybe he tries to equip. That way we can Cryptic, draw, tap all his creatures, and probably get in for lethal. After Fate Sealing him, of course, too. If I wanted to do that. I guess that was presuming I brainstorm. So if I didn't Fate Seal, that's, I think, the best line. And probably would have worked out fairly well for us. All right, well, that was a satisfying match to win. We'll see you in round 2.